Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. We're back. I hope everyone's having a good weekend. It is so, look at my hair. It's so rainy and yucky here. It's like really dark and just rainy. So it's not exciting here. But anyway, we're back. We're back. Happy weekend. All right, so I've got my list, like I always do. I do have a couple Henry Cavill questions, as I always do, but I also have some other things that I want to get to first. So, did you guys hear the toxicology report came out for Matthew Perry? Hi, Bao. How are you? Did you guys hear that the toxicology report came out for Matthew Perry? So it was said something like, you know what? I don't want to say this wrong. I'm gonna put in here. I'm gonna look up. Let's see. Okay, so what it says. Hi, Maria. Hi, Carla. How are you guys? I did have a great week. Thank you. I hope you did too. And I'm sans makeup today, so I didn't put any makeup on today, but it is what it is. I hope you had a good weekend or a good week too. Yes, that's right, Maria. K. So it was an acute. He unalived from the acute effects of K. I'm not going to say it, but you guys can Google it. But anyway, I just, I don't know. I heard some things. There's this YouTuber that I watch quite a lot, known as Special K. That's right, Special K. There's actually quite a few names. Hi, Suzanne. Mwah. I hope you're feeling better. There's quite a few names of it, and I don't even know all the names. I do know Special K. I'm good, and I had a good week. Good. But there are quite a few names for it. One is Special K. You guys can, look it up, but it's, I had no idea. Let me just say this. I had no idea all the, what that K does. Like I had no idea. It's really bad stuff. I can't believe anyone's on it. I remember when that first came out many years ago, and it was like supposed to be this new thing that was, great for people who had issues with, depression and all of that stuff. And I don't know. I'm just like, when I started hearing what some of the side effects are, it's not dangerous if you are monitored. Well, here's the thing, though. I heard that it's can make what did it? So here, if you want a really good video, go to this YouTuber that I watch, Pascal. It's called The Pascal Show, and he's really good. I really enjoy watching him. It has to be professionally administered, right? That's right. But even if it's professionally administered, apparently, so I learned all this stuff that on watching the Pascal Show last night. And apparently you can have, what were some of the things? Like, I don't know if I want to say hallucinations, or I could be completely wrong on that, but I'm not an expert on it. But I just remember him like looking up some information on it, and it had all of these terrible, um, hi, Mark, how are you? In a medical setting, not at home willy nilly. Well, there's patches. Yes, hallucinations. Yeah. So you can have hallucinations. You can have, there was like a whole list of stuff. And it can make you feel like disconnected. Um, I don't know, like not see things clearly. Like it was really weird and frightening, quite frankly. I was like, what the heck? Why would anyone take this? I was like pretty frightened by what I heard. So anyway, I guess, and then there was some person that came on his show, called in and said something like she was a medical student, but was just about to get her license or something to be a doctor. And oh God, I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, I would watch his live stream. He just did it last night. And it was just very eye-opening. I was not expecting that, but apparently acute, this is what I was going to say. She said acute means that it happened quickly, which I'm not a doctor, obviously, but she said acute means that it was something quick. So maybe he just took some and then got in the hot tub. It can definitely, apparently, have some negative effects if you're listen, I'm speaking blindly. It could be, I think I heard that, you're not supposed to get in a hot tub or hot water or a bath or something when you're taking it or something like that, because it could have negative effects on you from that. So anyway, I just thought that was so eye-opening, and I was kind of shocked about all the stuff that I heard. So had it as anesthetic, mellow. Candace Starr and intimated he was injected. Well, that's what I'm going to ask, because so I guess there's many forms. Like you can take it, like you can get a infusion, which I'm guessing is IV. I don't know. You can get a patch. I think there's pills. I'm not sure. But I wanted to take a look at and see if there was some injection. I'm just going to say it like that. So, because I did, a couple live videos ago, I did when he first passed, Matthew Perry. It was so sad. I did ask some questions about the circumstances around that, and a lot of different things about him. So, I'm not sure what you're asking, Mark. Hi, Susie. Oh, we've only been on just a few minutes, like 5-10 minutes. You didn't miss much. We're talking about Matthew Perry and what the toxicology report said. Anyway, I recommend going back and watching if you go on, I think it was two or three, Maria's question. Yeah, well, it's nice to see you too. That I am going to ask that. So if you go back to my live, I want to say it was 2 or 3 live videos ago, and then look in the description of the video. I have all the timestamps so you can get right to the Matthew Perry. But I went over, oh my God, so much stuff about him, but it was not much about his unaliving. So that's what I want to ask tonight, because it's just so sad. It's so sad. I do know that yes, that's correct. That's correct. So I do know that obviously, because he's had A, addiction for many, many, many years. I think his whole life. That on my last video, I think I picked up that since he was 14, really. So his whole life, and I just feel like that's done a number on his body, and so physically, I don't think he was really. I don't think his body was in a good position or good shape. So probably any little thing could have, he was obviously in a weakened condition. So any little thing I would imagine could affect anything. But I remember getting an instant feeling, as soon as I heard about the toxicology report and what the results were. I remember, getting an instant feeling about, something was off. So I want to ask, and then I heard that Kim Porter also had that in her system, apparently, Special K. I didn't know that either because I don't really follow this stuff. So that's interesting to me that, see, there's just too much of a connection. So I just want to ask, I just got a terrible feeling when I first, heard it. So I wanted to ask if, and I have to be really careful. I have to talk in codes. So I'm trying to think of a way to say it. I'm going to say something like was third party. Yeah, there you go. What we discovered 2 weeks ago was that he was in the club and no longer wishing to keep quiet. He was picked and used since he was a child. The demising in these ways is no longer believable. Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like it's all the time that we're hearing about somebody drowning in a bathtub, hot tub, whatever, just really odd things. And I think everyone is waking up to what's really going on. So let's ask if there was a third party. That's a good way to say it, Maria. If there was a third party that possibly administered K to Matthew Perry, allegedly, I'm going to say it like that. So let's ask that, because that's the first thing. Like I said, I got a really strong reaction the first time I heard what the toxicology report was. He was definitely not alone when he left. Well, what I'm getting is I don't think Matthew Perry had a chance. I don't think he had a chance. I do get that. I do think there was someone else there, allegedly. And this is, showing he didn't have a chance. He didn't have a chance. So it's not an outright yes or no, but I'll tell you what I picked up instantly. And actually my daughter did too. When we first heard this, is that exactly what I just asked. if a third party was involved and administered, like instantly. It didn't even, I didn't even have to, like, I just was pulled right in and I got that right away. So I'm still getting that in the cards. I just think there was someone else there. There was someone else there. And I also picked up, and I'm picking it up today, and I remember from my last a few live videos ago that I asked about Matthew Perry, that he was attempting to disconnect from, the dark. He was trying to get out. He was trying to disconnect. So I just think, once you're in, and that's it. Allegedly, you can't get out. There's no getting out. It's like, the wise guys or the mafia or whatever you want to call them. There's no getting out. Once you're in, you're in. Is from a certain bloodline, so his life isn't, as an oldest son, was predestined. Yeah, I did hear that he is the first son. Was Matthew Perry's unaliving an accident as stated in the toxicology, or was it something more than that, like M? Yeah, I just kind of asked that, Carla, and I do think it was allegedly a third party that administered nefarious intentions. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say it like that. That's what I'm getting. I'm seeing in the cards a third party. That's what I'm getting. Allegedly. So I know that, there's gonna be people out there that feel that, because of all of these terrible side effects from the special K, and because he was in the hot tub and it was just the perfect storm, that was probably it. I understand that based on the circumstances, but I'm going on the spiritual energy. And when I was pulled right into it, that's not what I got. That's not what I got. The club is like the Hotel California. You can check in, but you can't check out. Yeah, you can never leave. Exactly. Yeah, it's just, I just feel like he was trying to turn his life around, get straight. And I don't, and see, here's the thing. I'm also picking up, allegedly, that there was some sort of evidence, I guess I might say, that there was an entry point, and it I'm getting that it's being overlooked or not spoken. I'm going to say it like that. I'm trying to be careful how I say this. Allegedly. So I do get that, yes, I do think it was a third party and someone else was there. And I think that it was, I don't think Matthew had a chance. So sad. It's really, really, really sad. And then, like I said, and higher ups always call in their debts and you can pay with a literal pound of flesh. Yeah, exactly. Well, again, I picked up that he was trying to disconnect from and get out, I guess, is an easy way to say it. He was trying to get away from that. And there's no getting out. There's no getting out. And here's the thing. This is what I also pick up too. Nobody had to worry about him saying anything. I don't get that he would have come out and, like for instance, Mel Gibson, he comes out and says very controversial things, which I do believe, by the way. And there's other people, so many other people who have come out and started speaking out about certain things. I'm getting, when I'm focusing and I'm pulled into the energy of Matthew Perry, he wasn't going to do that. He wanted to just disconnect, live his life in peace, and just try to be happy and healthy and just get back on the right track. That's what I pick up, and that's what makes me even sadder. It was just so senseless. I don't know. It just makes me really sad. He really thought he had time to have a lovely wife and kids and have a great life. They had other plans. Yeah. Hi, Jennifer. Yeah, I know. It's just so sad. And especially, like I said, what I just picked up, that he was just wanted to go on his way, just do whatever. And that they were like, nope, no. And they knew, whoever the third party is that I'm getting, that was allegedly, no facts here, people, no facts. I don't know why the balloons just came up. That's so weird. Did you guys see the balloons come up? I don't even know why they just came up. But I'm just getting that, he was just a nice person. He wanted to go on his way, and there was no fear of him outing anything. I don't know. It's just so sad to me. I don't know. Free himself and walk a different path. Absolutely. Hi, RB. If his life was technically an S for his bloodline, he was not allowed happiness. Negativity is their thing. I'm talking about the dark. Yes, 100%. You're 100% right on that. There's no, as long as he was deep in the throes of the addiction, to talk in code words, then they were fine, because he was like, it's just so sad, so sad, so sad. You know what, Susie? I am going to bring her up in just a minute. So let me add your question on there. I haven't heard that one. Well, the second part of your question, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. And I do think I brought that up. You know what? I did ask that on one of my live videos. I don't remember which one. It was a while ago, but we can ask again. Let me just add that to my list. But Matthew Perry, I just don't. It makes me sad. The only thing I would say is eventually he is going to find peace on the other side. I know it's not right away, but if we all send him love and healing, and just ask God in Jesus' name to kind of help him disconnect, so he doesn't continue to be caught in this loop, right? And be dragged in here every time, for many lives. I think he can get out, but it's going to take some work. So I'm just, okay, I've added your questions. So that was Matthew Perry. I asked a ton of questions on a few live streams. It was either 2 or 3 live streams ago. So you guys can go back and just look in the description of the video to see all the stuff I asked. Hi, SL. But it was just so sad. And then I was shocked to hear that Kim Porter also had that K in her system. And, so that's going to be like what, the new thing? Drowning in bathtubs and Special K. That's going to be the new thing. Just like unaliving yourself. That was like a huge thing, that it seemed like everybody was doing that. That's BS. That's not. Seems like they're trying to come up with different ways, but people are getting smart now. They're looking for, they're looking for the patterns and the things that seem to be happening. So All right. So that was Matthew. A sad, sad, sad story. How come entry signs aren't reported? Well, are you talking about with Matthew Perry and from the autopsy? I think it's, paid off. It's the dark doesn't want that to come out, right? So it doesn't want that to come out. So that's what I feel when I focus on the energy. So that's what I get. It's not going to come out. Absolutely not going to come out. There's too many much higher people that are at the top that are controlling that, All right. Let's move on to Meghan Markle. I have not really asked a ton about her. I felt like there was a while there that I was asking about her, just like Henry Cavill, like all the time. They say there is no baby Lilbet at all. And there's Bella walking around in the background. When will this chicanery be revealed? Let's ask. So I do have a couple things to ask about her, but let's start with that. Let me find out, just to make sure I understand. Okay. Henry Cavill is so handsome. He is, and wholesome. Yeah. He is a very good looking man. I agree. I'm going to save Henry to the end because we always get wrapped up in it's just Henry. He's a Taurus. Yep. That's true. Okay. So let's get back to Meghan Markle. So first, let's ask I'm going to ask the first question. Is she, I don't even know if I can say this. Hi, Elle. It must be a curse to be that good looking. I would think it probably has its drawbacks, right? He is a good looking man. Please see my previous comment about Archie being born with a developmental delay. Did I miss that? Let's see. Why can't I scroll up? I don't see that, but okay. Well, I want to first ask how do I say this? Inter-sex. I'm going to spell it. Inter-sex. Is Meghan that? I'm going to ask that. I feel like a no on that, but let's see. Well, I mean, I'm getting that she's extremely negative and dark, which we all knew that. Here I go with my selenite in my lap. I'm not getting a straight yes or no. I'm going to say maybe a little, but that might be also attributed. What's her astrological sign? Does anyone know? I'm gonna ask that because it could be that she's got maybe some Leo in her, or Let's see. When's her birthday? I'm seeing everything except, oh, August 4th. She's a Leo. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, that would definitely give her maybe a little more masculinity. So, yeah, a little bit. I'm going to say a little bit on that question about Meghan. But I feel like it's more to do with the fact that she's like a Leo, and she probably has a lot more fire in her chart. I'm not an astrologer, so I've not looked at her chart, but she may have a lot of other masculine attributes or masculine signs in her birth chart that maybe make her a little more masculine, right? I mean, some people say, I feel like I have some masculinity because I'm an Aries, and I have a stellium in Aries. So, I think certain astrological signs, yeah, she's a Leo. I think certain astrological signs tend to be a little more masculine, and then other ones tend to be a little more feminine. So, I think that could be, you know, I I know what you're saying about the inter sex, but I think it's more not literally that, but it's more because she's more masculine, maybe because of her astrology chart. I heard somewhere before it's possible Henry the second reincarnated and Meghan Ann Boylan. I'm not sure who that is. That Harry. Oh, Harry is Henry the third reincarnated. Oh, maybe we should ask that. She's very masculine Leo, but I also don't think she has a. Yeah, you know what? Let's ask that. You're an Aries too, Jennifer. You're very welcome. Okay. All right. So you know what? Let's ask Henry VIII. Yeah. So let's ask. Boy, there's a lot of good questions. I'm going to have to scroll back up to remember. Let's ask if Meghan Markle has the anatomy, the correct. I have to be careful how I say this. The correct anatomy to bear children. How about that? Let's ask that. You guys come up with the most creative questions. Allegedly, no. Allegedly, no facts here. Go do your own research and form your own opinion. I'm getting a no. Straight up no. I think I kind of picked up on that a little bit on one of my past lives with her, but I didn't ask that specific question. You could just ask if she has male or female chromosome. Yeah. Lady C did a whole show on her being androgynous, I think is what you're saying. So a woman who has a full hysterectomy doesn't have the correct anatomy. That's true, but that's not what I'm feeling. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that is why. I'm feeling that maybe there's something there that's missing. Yeah. All right. Well, let's Let's ask if she has. I am so speaking blindly. I am not into biology. I didn't study how chromosomes work. I have no idea. So I'm really reading blind here. But let's ask if she has both male and female chromosomes, the correct plumbing. Yeah. Let's ask that. God. Oh, my good Lord. Allegedly, does she have both? Double yes. Double yes. There we go. It's all alleged. I'm getting she does have both. That's crazy. I don't know that I was expecting to see that. I think she has blank feminization, and that is the root of her insecurity and rage. And this explains why she has turned into dark magic. Yeah, I mean, yes, I think she has got a lot of issues, but she's one that I definitely pick up is in the dark, into the dark, not in the dark, like not knowing something, like she's into the dark stuff. I mean, I always have. Yeah. So let's ask before I get way off track. I'm going to ask again. Let's ask if God, I have to be so careful how I ask this. If the children, Harry and Meghan's children, are real, let's just ask it like that. Allegedly, let's ask it like that. I'm not sure who Lady C is. I don't know who that is. Okay, so let's just ask this. Based on the last two answers I got, I don't know what I'm going to get here. I kind of feel like I don't remember what I picked up before. Someone doesn't want me answering these questions, asking these questions and answering them. Yeah. This is what I'm picking up because I'm not. Hi, David. How are you? I'm not getting in the cards a solid answer because someone's blocking me. I'm being blocked, right? So I'm trying to kind of get through that. I feel that they're allegedly surrogacy. That's what I feel. I'm getting surrogacy. But again, a lot of really just, dark, dark energy. Dark energy. Hi, Big. I feel like surrogacy. That's what I feel. And I can't remember. I think I got that on the last time I asked about this months ago, but I feel like surrogacy. I don't think, allegedly, I don't think, I think it was surrogacy. That's what I'm getting. None of this is fact. I know people hate when I say that, but you know, I got to say it. Let me scroll back here. Okay, feminine rage. That was okay. The children will probably get involved in politics later. Well, yeah, I mean, they're, you know, technically royal children, right? So, you know, did that ever go through? Did that ever go through? God, this is going back months and months ago that I asked about this, or we were talking about this. Did that ever go through where, um, and I'm totally speaking blind again, but I remember there was some kind of bill that was trying to get passed in the UK to be able for the king to take the like strip titles and also strip like take away the royal status, I guess, and titles. Because like technically, um, if they weren't born from her body, they are not royal. Well, what if they were, but if they're his though, he's royal, right? And here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know, we should well, I don't know if I want to ask that. But I remember that there was some bill that was supposed to be moving through Parliament. Is that, or gosh, I don't know what it's called. I don't follow the royal politic or how bills get passed or anything like that. I'm totally speaking blind, but he did strip Meghan and Harry of their title when they left. Well, okay. So there's the Dutch and Duchess, and then there's Prince and Princess, and I can't remember. I don't think one of them. I think they were not allowed to take away like strip, but then there was. I think there was some kind of bill that was supposed to be passed, and I think the final vote on that, if I'm not mistaken, was just in this past November. So I'm wondering if it actually made it through, if it was passed or not. I don't know if anybody knows, but it would literally strip all titles from them if the king chose to, which I remember would make Prince Andrew have to worry because he could have had his title and all that stripped too because of the shenanigans that he was involved in. And that's almost too kind of a word to say about what he was involved in. That one makes me sick. That one makes me sick. Lady Colin Campbell is a blue blood YouTuber from England. She is in the know. Camilla is said to be a confidant. Interesting. Interesting. If that is the case, it honestly makes me like Prince Harry more. He just wants to live his own life and love freely. No clue, but you did already ask if Harry would get his title status back after divorcing Meghan. You said yes, he would. They were stripped of HRH. I don't know what that means. They are supposed to use it, but M ignores that. What's HRH? Damn autocorrect. Yeah, well, okay, so they were stripped of one title. See, this is where I get confused because I'm an American and I'm not familiar with how this works. But there's Dutch and Duchess titles, and then there's Prince and Princess, her Royal Highness. So then which one was already able to be taken away? Was that Dutch and Duchess? Or I don't think it was I think it was Prince and Princess was the one that was in the bill that was moving through the approval channels in the UK the final vote. I think it had to go through 4 votes, and the final vote, Duke and Duchess. Okay. Yeah. See, I don't even know the correct names. Duke and Duchess. Yes. So I think there was a total of 4 votes that had to all go through different levels of approval. And the final one was in November, just this past November. Maybe stripped of the royal lineup. He is a prince, but I think Duke and Duchess were stripped. Well, yeah. So yes, I think you're right. I think Duke and Duchess maybe already was stripped. But I think the way it was before, they were still considered prince and princess. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I could be completely wrong on this. Wasn't it that this bill that was going through and the final vote was in November was to remove prince and princess as well? Do I have that right? Yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. I don't know. Will Meghan Markle be exposed? Exposed for, you mean as far as like the children? Is that what you're asking? Harry was born a prince. The Duke and Duchess titles were given upon marriage. Oh. His Royal Highness was taken away, but not titles. Sounds like another Kardashian web where there is so much info. It's making my head hurt. Yeah. Tangerine. Hi, Chris. Hi. Woo woo. Chris in the house. Yeah, there's so much. And I just am not up on the whole royal thing and how all of that works. I don't know how all of that works. I just don't know. So I'm really speaking blindly. I know someone mentioned, let's ask about, I guess we can ask about them separately, the kids. Let's ask about Archie. Is that right? Archie's it's Lilibet and Archie. Okay, and Lilibet. Okay, so let's ask if see now here on the BBC it says, okay, oh, this was back in March of 2023. Okay, so this would have been before that bill or whatever was trying to move through the approval channels in the UK. And again, I'm sure I'm not saying this correct, but back in March of 2023, the BBC was saying they were still calling Harry and Meghan Prince Harry. Well, they didn't call Meghan Princess Meghan. They just said Prince Harry and Meghan. So, okay. Well, and then it's saying they are 6th and 7th in line to the throne. Harry and Meghan's children get official royal titles. Interesting. I feel like there's so much I could learn about that because I just don't know about how that works. But anyway, let's ask about, someone mentioned on here, I forget what was said, that Archie has is it delayed learning or something? Gag me with a crown. Oh. Yeah, let's ask if, see, I hate asking questions like that about kids because they're innocent, right? I'm not going to ask that. I just feel, again, when I'm kind of focusing on the spiritual energy, I'm being pulled in, and I keep hearing surrogacy. Allegedly. That's what I keep getting that. I keep getting surrogacy. So that's what I'm getting. And I'm also getting that I don't think that will ever come to light. That information will never come out. I'm hearing a loud, hard no on that. That information is never going to come out. So I don't think that's going to come out. Because I think, with the position, the power that the royal family has, I think they're able to keep that kind of under wraps, right? Ask if Meghan had the hysterectomy before she married Harry. Let's ask. And as I'm shuffling, asking about Meghan, always. Allegedly, I'm getting a yes. Allegedly, no facts here. There's no facts here, but yes, I'm getting a yes. Yeah, see, I know, Susie, I'm reading your comment again. Harry was born a prince. The Duke and Duchess titles were given upon marriage. His Royal Highness was taken away, but not titles. So I think you mean they can't call him His Royal Highness anymore? I think that's what you mean? So to answer your question, Chris, yeah, I got a yes. Allegedly. Yes, Ashley, that's very true. Oh, thank you, SL. Yeah, I don't like to ask. Children are innocent. I don't want to ask. I'm not. They're just innocent. But, um, correct. No Royal Highness. His Royal Highness. Okay, interesting. That I think I did know, but I think someone's got to fill me in. Wasn't there? I'm going to have to. You know what? I'm going to try to Google this because I swear to God. There was some bill, and I knew about this like 6 months ago or something. So what is prince and princess? Is that not a title, or what? That's what's confusing to me. Oh, it's literally called Removal of Titles Bill, Parliamentary Bills, a bill to give the monarch powers to remove titles, to provide that such removals can be done by the monarch on their own initiative. Okay. Yes, it can't be called His Royal Highness, which is a big demotion for a royal. The dukedoms can be removed, but it takes an act of parliament. Okay. Prince and princess are born of royal blood. King Charles will not take titles away, in my opinion, but will Parliament will take away Harry's title. Meghan was never princess, but gained duchess. Oh my God, I'm so confused. If dukedom is removed, then Meghan Markle becomes If dukedom is removed, then Meghan Markle becomes Princess Henry. What? I'm not sure I understand what that means. Well, let's ask that. Let's ask if let's ask if Parliament will remove, how did you say this? Ask if Parliament will remove Harry's titles. It's a mess. Yeah. Well, and because I know nothing about it, I'm listening to this stuff, reading this stuff, and I'm just like, what in the world is going on? I don't know what's going on. I don't understand this. Royal peeps by blood can hold many titles. Okay. So then is Prince considered a title? Is that just another title? Same as Duke and Duchess? I don't know. Let's ask if Parliament will ever take away Harry's title, Prince title, or, well, let's just say any title. She would hate that because she wants to be higher than that. She would hate to be known by his name. Oh, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Ah, it's like a stack of cards. If one is taken, there's another underneath. No, born prince. Okay. I'm still confused. I'm still confused. I can't, I'm going to have to, I feel like I have to take classes on this and learn about this because I just don't know. Let's ask if Parliament will take away such as Duke, Earl, Countess, including Prince. Okay. All right. That makes sense. They are all titles, but hereditary titles have more weight because they come with land and big estates. Ah, his birth name is Henry, not Harry. Oh, I didn't know that. Is that true? I didn't know that. Interesting. You guys are informing me and educating me on a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff here that I did not know. It's very fascinating to me. Well, let's ask if Parliament is going to remove Harry's titles. Let's ask that. I'm getting a yes. Allegedly, I'm getting a yes, solid yes. And it would be unanimous. So I don't know if has to be a vote. It would be unanimous. Allegedly. By the way, I'm going to say that Parliament as the group is not happy about Harry and Meghan's marriage. Allegedly, they're not happy about it. I don't think anyone really ever wanted this to go forward. So, but I'm getting they will take away his titles. That's why she would be Princess Henry, which sounds ridiculous. That does sound ridiculous. Think of Duke and Duchess as employee ranking, like you are a rep and get promoted to manager. Either way, you are still an employee of the same company. Oh, that makes sense. I'm obsessed with UK history. Well, you're going to have to educate me, Suzanne, because I'm not. In the scheme of things and what is going on in the world right now, Meghan and Harry are not all that important, I don't think. Well, they're not important. They think they are. They think they are, especially Meghan. She thinks she's extremely important. I would like to see that happen. Prince, Princess is employee rank and Duke and Duchess are manager rank, but both are still royalty. The king may not do it, but Prince William, when he becomes king, will strip them of all titles. Let's ask that. See, I asked about Parliament, but I wonder if they don't strip all titles, or see, I didn't ask if they would strip all titles. I just said, would they strip any titles? Will William ever be king? Which he can't do. Interesting. Well, is William the next in line? I don't even know. Let's ask if Prince William will ever be king. Let's ask that. Yeah, I mean, I think he will eventually. Yeah, I do see that. Yes, this is literally him being king. And basically what this is saying is this is his right, his birthright, and he was born for this. So obviously we all know that. But I do think, yes, he will. I think William will be king at some point. Okay, yes, he will be king soon. Charles doesn't have much left in the tank. Oh. Well, considering they are Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and Meghan has never been to Sussex or done anything for the people there, it's no wonder the people and Parliament want them out. Yeah, especially Meghan. I just don't get that. I don't get that allegedly that Parliament, the royal family, any of them wanted Harry to get married to her. I don't think anyone's ever liked her. That she's always like gone against the grain, gone against rules, gone against all of that. And I think initially that's what attracted Harry to her, right? But I think he's getting tired of her, aggressiveness and domineering personality now. Especially since it's been revealed Harry smokes and does Coca-Cola, and both only work 1 hour a week. William and Catherine will be the last monarchs, I believe. Ooh, that's a good question. Maybe we should ask that. I live in Santa Barbara, the same town as the Duke and Duchess. They are not popular here. I didn't realize, see, again, I don't keep up with them, but I thought the last I heard they were in Canada. What happened? Did they come here then? Are they living in the States now? So they're living in California. I mean, all dark goes to California. All dark goes to California. It's a cesspool out there. Are the rumors true that Harry and his wife want to go back to the UK? Yeah, I'm gonna re-ask that because I remember I asked that before and I got that Harry did, but I'm gonna ask it again just to see where what the update is. The British seem like a well-oiled machine. I don't know why they need this family. Do you mean why they need Harry and Meghan? I'm not sure. I think anyone married to Meghan would drive any man to drink and rugs. Yeah. Oh God, she's just so dark and just aggressive and all right, so let's ask what was that question? Okay, so let's ask if I don't feel that Meghan, when I'm focusing on Meghan's energy, I don't feel she ever wants to go to the UK. I don't feel that because she doesn't want to be there. I'm getting she doesn't want to do anything in the UK, live there, do any responsibilities. She doesn't want to do that. And I feel that pretty strongly. Royalty is not necessarily in a modern environment. So let's ask if Harry, I'm going to ask specifically about Harry because I picked up months ago that he did, but I'm going to ask just to see where he is today, if he still wants to move back to the UK. Not Meghan, though. I'm getting a hard no for her. See, I feel Harry does. Yeah, I mean, he definitely, oh, there's like a triple yes. He does. And I actually feel like he will. So he definitely absolutely wants to move back to the UK because that's home to him and that's what he grew up with, and he's been gone too long now, and he doesn't like how his life, this is what I'm picking up energetically when I'm focusing on his energy. He doesn't like how his life has gone, and he's having some feelings of like reminiscing and nostalgia, and he wants to go back. But it is going to be a while before he actually does go back. But I do see him going back. I do see him going back eventually. It's not right away, but he feels there's a sense of home and stability there that he's not finding here. Well, because nobody likes them right now, especially Meghan, and the stuff that they've been pulling. But so he feels like going back there would be like a stability, and it would feel like home, like more comfortable to him, and make him, he's out of sorts right now. I can just feel him being out of sorts. He's not, I wouldn't say he's doing emotionally great right now. And of course, there's Meghan, like, absolutely, I will never go to UK. Never. And that's what I was kind of picking up from her energy. Hi, Amy. Will Omid Scooby turn on Harry and Meghan? That's a good question. Let's ask that. If Omid Scooby, I hope I'm pronouncing that name right, will turn on Harry and Meghan, because that's the one that wrote the book that was supposedly, or was he like a silent what did they call it? Like a silent writer or something? I forget what they call that. But let's ask if Omid Scooby will turn on Harry and Meghan. I feel like who doesn't turn on them? And it's because of their actions and the things that they say. And that's what I feel. Well, I'm getting a no. But here is, now I don't know if this is William and Kate. I don't know, but someone has been trying to get him to go against them. But ultimately, I think no. I'm getting no, at least not right now. The energy is no. I don't get him turning on them now, but he's been approached. And it's no. So I don't get him turning on them, at least not right now. I don't know why I'm obsessed with the period movies. I've watched so many films about the royal families, and I'm American. Yeah, I know. Well, I love the show The Crown on Netflix. It's a phenomenal show. So good. I don't think Harry can come back from this. I believe I asked in a previous reading months ago that, if and when, and I do think it's more when, not if, when he and Meghan get divorced, then so a little time will pass and then he'll kind of ask to come back and they will be like, yes, come home. But see, that's the thing. I don't, maybe let's ask this. Let's just do a check-in because I know that's what I've seen previously, but let's ask if whoever is the king at the time, the king and queen at the time, whoever that is, if it's King Charles or if it's King William or, Prince William right now, but whoever it is at the time, when this happens, will whoever that is allow Harry to come back to the UK and come back to the royal family? I just feel like yes, but I'm going to just do a follow-up and just see if it's still showing that. See, because this really has to do with Meghan. That's what they don't like. That's what I'm getting that they all don't like. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it definitely says that, he would need to be divorced. William would never forgive him for what he has said about Kate. Ooh, what did he say about Kate? I don't even know. What did he say about Kate? I mean, she's so classy. What would he say about her? That's not good. He went down a wrong path with this Meghan. I don't think King Charles has 5 more years. That's kind of sad. So Harry would need to get divorced, and then yes, they will take him back. Yes, come home. They will take him back. So I'm still getting the same that I got, I don't know, 6 months ago or whenever I asked this last. So I am still getting, but this is interesting. He wouldn't be reinstated, I guess I might say it that way, into the royal family like he once was right away. I'm getting he might eventually be, but he'd have to go back and then kind of, prove that he wants to rejoin the family and actually wants to do like his namesake, right? And be a royal again and act like a royal and all of that. He'd have to prove that for a long time before they would consider reinstating him with his roles or responsibilities or all of that. He said horrible things about Camilla, feeding stories to the press, and Kate is a boring Stepford social climber with no personality. Oh, wow. That's pretty rude. I think he will feel shunned until Charles gets ill and then wants to be near his family. Probably. Andrew should be in jail. 100%. 100%. Yes, he should. And that will never happen. That will never happen. He makes me sick, nauseous. The stuff that he has done. I'm nauseous. Andrew should be sent to the moon. That would be too good for him. Yeah, the stuff about Andrew, I can't. Anyway, That was some good. Andrew is a creep. That's an understatement. He is a monster. Dark monster. Terrible. Anyway, someone else asked, and I think this was from a past live. Maybe a few. Yeah, he is a creep. Yeah. So, and I think I got off track and I didn't ask it, but I thought it was an interesting question. Going back to Meghan Markle. Someone asked if she is having an affair with David Foster. I have no idea who David Foster is, but I thought I would ask. I don't know who that is. No, I don't get that she is. Interesting. Prince Andrew has actual fangs. He's just dark. I don't like the whole him and Jeffrey Epstein. I don't like it. I probably shouldn't even say that person's name on here, but I can't stomach it. I can't. Anyway, so is she having an affair with David Foster? I'm getting a no. However, this is interesting. There is someone who would like to be in a relationship with her. Why? I would have no idea. They've got to have their head checked. I would have no idea, but there is someone that would want to be. It's not David Foster though, but I get a no on David Foster. Is she having an affair with anyone? The fact that they have not disowned him says a lot about the royal family. None of it is good. Well, I mean, I don't know a lot about the royals. I just know Andrew. I don't know. I don't know why they haven't disowned him. I'm not going there. I don't like the whole Jeffrey and Andrew thing. Awful. And Ghislaine. That's all I'm going to say. I think they hide Andrew away. Yeah, I mean, not that I see a ton, but Andrew is way too dark to look at. Yeah. Yeah, I don't hear too much on Andrew, but then again, I don't really follow this kind of stuff anyway, so that doesn't mean anything. But let's ask if Meghan is having an affair with anyone, not just David Foster, whoever that is, but let's ask anyone. See, I'm hearing no. Let's see what the cards say. I'm getting a no, but I will say this, allegedly she's thought about it, but has she done anything like that? No. And the reason for that is she knows that her marriage would she'd be divorced and then she'd have like nothing. Not that she has nobody likes her now anyway, but if she did, she knows that all of that would come to an end, and she's not ready for that. She doesn't want that. So that would just be not a good move on her part. So she's thinking strategically and logically that she can't do that. but she's thought about it. Allegedly, she's thought about it. Andrew is essentially squatting at the Royal Lodge on the Kensington grounds. He is technically supposed to move, but it isn't being enforced. Ask if Meghan tried to go after William first. Well, wouldn't he have been with Kate? How long has he been with Kate? She did Tangerine and got royally rebuffed by William. He can't stand her. Really? See, I didn't know that. When I did not know that. When I focus on William's energy towards Meghan, oh my God, it is not good. I think to say that he can't stand her is a massive understatement. Nobody in Parliament, in the royals, none of them like Meghan. I can just feel the energy, but William really, really, really does not like her. Like at all. At all. It's really, really strong. Meghan puts the moves on all men. She flirted with Charles. Really? Why would she do that? Why would she do that? Because I'll tell you why. Because she's dark and she wants the power. She's hungry for power and status. That's what she wants. I feel sorry for Harry getting sucked in by Meghan. Yeah, I do too, really. I mean, she's made like a complete mess. She's a social climber. Yes, she is. She's made a complete mess of his life. Now, it's not, Harry's got to take some blame too. He did go along with it and made some bad decisions. So he's not completely blameless in all of this. But I think he's starting to have a lot of remorse. That's what I feel when I focus in on that. I'm feeling a lot of remorse. So, and looking back, regret, and that's just going to build and build and build. As the older he gets, the more mature he gets, as time goes on, I can feel that growing where he just feels regret and remorse and misses home, misses his family, misses that life. And he wants to go back. So, and I do think they'll take him back. Sans Meghan, though. Not with Meghan. That regret is already sinking in, I think. Yeah, it is. So when I focus on him, I can feel it. He's already having a lot of those thoughts, and he has been for a bit now. All right, so that was Meghan and her shenanigans. He feels trapped. He does feel trapped, but he's already, and he has been for a while, because I know I picked up on this on past videos. He is already having thoughts of, what did I do? Why am I think there's a lot of arguing, and I don't get a lot of love still there in their relationship, Meghan and Harry. His emotional intelligence stopped evolving when Diana passed. I know. So tragic. Meghan pounced on that. He is not the brightest light, but he has grown some. I think he needs to lawyer up. Yeah. I'm feeling that I think you might be right about that, Suzanne. I think he is, that was extremely traumatic for him when Diana passed. Very traumatic. I don't think Meghan and Harry even live together anymore. I've heard that. I don't think they really do. I'm kind of feeling the energy. I don't think they really do. I think you're right on that. Yeah, I'm not getting that. I'm getting that they're not really together that much because I just think it's they still are together some. Ask if they live separately. Well, let's ask. Oh my God. Again, as I'm shuffling, again. I heard that he checks into a local hotel here in town sometimes, which is odd. I've heard that too. Yeah, I've heard that too. Let's see. Hmm. I'm going to say, do they live in separate dwellings? Sometimes. I don't think it's all the time. I don't think it's like they each have a separate, I think it's sometimes. I feel like a separation sometimes. Not all the time, but here's what Harry's feeling. I mean, this says it all. He's just not doing good with this relationship. I think he's very stressed. I think he has regret. I think he feels stuck. Um, he's just not, he's just not doing good. He's not doing good. That's why I worry for what will happen to the kids. They aren't on the Christmas card this year? Wow. Will he ever find his other person and remarry down the road? That's a good question. Who is raising Archie and Lilibet? She wouldn't allow him to move far away. No, probably nannies. Well, let's ask. The grandmother is really involved. See, I don't know that. I don't know that if they got divorced, you know what? I'm going to ask this. If they were to get divorced, and I do think that they will, allegedly, then would the kids, and then if Harry goes back to the UK, will he bring the kids with him? That's what I want to know. I want to know that. Interesting. Right now, that's what she's holding over his head. That if you go back to the UK, you are not bringing the children with you. I mean, she would be that type too. So he's really staying here because of this. But see, I think that ultimately, if they were to split up, like get divorced or whatever, and he did actually go back to the UK, at that point in time, yes, I do think he would bring the kids with him. Yeah, I think he would. I think he would bring the kids with him. She's trying to threaten that that'll never happen, but oh yes, it would. Oh yes, it would. You're dealing with the royals. Oh yes, it would. Um, I just see a bunch of royal family stepping in, and yeah, they would definitely go back to the UK. They would see the reason that Harry is kind of a little bit falling for that is because he's technically out of favor with the royal family right now. So he's not even sure that they would take him back. So that's why he's kind of not sure about would they even take me back? So then I would be leaving my children, and it's kind of a mess right now. That's where he's coming from. But when that eventually does happen, yeah, he would absolutely bring the kids with him. So I want to ask if Harry would ever remarry. I do want to ask that. Ask if any of Meghan's past employees will ever talk. They signed NDAs. The royal family would never allow her to keep the children. Yeah, like a true narcissist using the kids. In reference to Meghan, of course, yeah. Once they know he's ready to leave her, they will let him know he's supported. 100%. I totally feel that they would be all over that. All over that. Okay, so let's ask, that's a good question. Will Harry ever, at some point down the road, remarry somebody else once he's divorced from Meghan? Let's ask that. That's a great question. Well, he's got to heal. You know, if that does happen, it's going to be so far into the future that I can't pick up on it yet. I'm not getting a solid yes or no, but I feel like right now he wouldn't even be remotely thinking that way. And it does look like, where did I see it? The family would want him to just heal and get back in favor with them and find himself again with the royal family and in the UK. They'd want him to get back into that way, that routine. So it's going to be a while because he needs to heal. After this is going to be kind of traumatizing for him. So he would have to heal, and there would, it's going to be, if it happened, it's going to be a long time. And I can tell you that right now he would not, because this is what he's been dealing with. He's got to just heal. And that's going to take a while. First of all, they've got to even get to the point where they're divorced, but and then he's got to get to the point where he goes back home and all of that. So if that happens, I mean, I'm really feeling like at this point, no. But that could change later on once he starts healing and, good Lord, after Meghan, no, he wouldn't want to marry again. Yeah, I don't feel right. I mean, this is kind of like traumatic for him, traumatizing. Hi, Janelle. Should I move on from my recent break and find a place to live? So Janelle, you can, if you want, next to where the chat bar is, there's a button for a super chat. You can either do a super chat for your question or just go on my website and you can schedule a reading there. Ask if Harry will ever get out of her control. Yeah, I mean, I do think he will. He's already kind of getting out of her control now. And I don't even know if the royals know energy work or anything like that. So I think I'm already getting that he's pulling out of it. It's already starting. It's going to take a bit, but it's already starting. Harry's got some pretty strong energy of his own. And I think he's already been kind of on a spiritual level working towards that. If the family take Harry back, I don't think he will ever have a public role. In the book, he stated he could have killed his blank with a drone, but changed his mind at the last minute. Oh my God. That's terrible. That's terrible. Wow. I do think he's a little messed up from Diana passing. His energy has never felt the same to me as William's or really any of the other royals. His energy has always felt a little bit different to me. Always. Even when I would see them as children in pictures, his energy is just different. It's like he's different. That energy is not the same. Really. See, but I'm still getting the same thing. As he matures and gets older and starts maturing and looking back at some of the choices he made, some of the things he did, there's a lot of regret, remorse, and I see him being pulled back towards what he once knew. Harry is a narcissist too, plus there is some mental illness. He is very paranoid and has a violent streak. Does he really? I did not know that. Ooh, I've heard that question, Tangerine. I didn't know Harry had a violent streak. Yikes. Yeah, I do feel that there's something is different with him. Something's different, and I've really always felt that since he was young. There's just something different with him than I pick up on the rest of them. Let's ask your question, Chris, because I've heard that over the years. I don't know if I really want to ask that. I'm not going to ask that. I don't want to ask that. I don't think that's a good thing to focus on. I don't want to ask that. There's a rumor that Harry lost a polo match and went into the stables and kicked the horse he was riding to death in a rage. Oh my God. Oh my God. I hope that that's not true. That's so sad. Oh my God. Anything with children and animals. I can't take it. I can't take anything like that. That is so sad. Oh my God. That breaks my heart. I hope that that's not true. Oh my God. Oh, that just, I don't like that. The thought of that. I don't think a human could kick a horse to death. They are like 200 pounds of muscle. I'm actually getting, no, I don't, 2,000 pounds. Yeah, I'm actually getting, I don't think that really happened. It's just a rumor, not a fact. Yeah, I'm getting no, a hard no on that. I don't think that really happened. Yeah, I'm not getting that really happened. Yeah, I'm just getting, when I focus on that energy of that, I'm just getting no, that did not happen. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. Anything with animals and children. I can't take it. I can't take it. All right. I had some other things on my list, but I think I'm going to save them Meghan has a violent streak. Yeah, that's an understatement. I mean, when I focus on her energy, it's just like this aggressive, angry, dark energy. I think she's angry all the time. That's what I pick up when I focus on her. Are you getting that he has uncontrollable rages? I'm going to say this. I don't get that they're uncontrollable rages. I get that he does get angry and he might have a temper tantrum because I feel like he was pretty spoiled when he was younger. That's kind of what I'm getting. And I'm getting he would have like temper tantrums. Is it to the extreme of like an uncontrollable rage episode? I don't know that I'm getting that. But I do get that he had temper tantrums. And I think he, screams and yells, but I don't feel like it's an uncontrollable. Did he do cola when he was younger? Does she have uncontrollable rages? Yeah. I get a hard yes with her, with Meghan. Yep. Allegedly. Um, I mean, I think he said in his book, didn't he, Jennifer, that he did? I think he said in his book that he did. I believe he's definitely paranoid, but his mother was M'd. So yeah, paranoia is definitely warranted. Yeah. He was messed up from his mother. He was messed up. That messed him up. I can feel it. And it makes me sad. I mean, the whole Diana thing makes me incredibly sad anyway. He drinks Coca-Cola now, they say. I'm getting allegedly, yeah, I do think he dabbled in that. Hmm. Yeah, I'm getting a yes on that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's still young. I guess people do that, but I don't think he does it so much anymore, though. I'm not getting a big pull that he's still doing it very much now. They both do, and that's one of the things that keeps them together. I don't know that I'm getting that. I don't think I'm getting that. Maybe when they were younger or earlier in their relationship, yes. He was a sheltered royal, so paranoid, kind of understandable. Um, he was just a baby when he lost her, so yeah, he would be messed up, but there needs to be push to move forward. People do, not that I'm making excuses for him, but people do experience and are affected by trauma in different ways. And especially grieving, you know what I mean? Like a loss of especially someone as important as your mother. Um, Diana would want him to move forward. Well, yes, but people people heal different. People heal different. So really, he should probably get some counseling, allegedly. And I think it would take a long time for him to kind of get past this. Diana will always be Queen of Hearts. Yeah. Oh my God. I remember where I was when I heard that. Such a tragic story. I was stunned, as everyone else was, and I just felt off balance. I was just off balance. I couldn't. That took me a while to get over, as it did everyone else. That was just such a tragedy. Such a tragedy. Anyway, all right. Well, I did have some other questions, but we did ask some really good questions about Meghan and Matthew Perry. She isn't his type at all. He likes tall blondes. Really? Was an enchantment put on him? Let me ask, because I'm kind of getting conflicting things when I focus on that energy. Let me ask the cards. I kind of feel like no, but it's possible. I do think she dabbles in that. Allegedly, but he's a very strong energy. And what she would do is not very strong, right? So I don't get that. Even if she did, I don't get that it would affect him. Not that much. I'm not getting that it would affect him that much, even if she did, which she may have done a little bit. I do think she dabbles. Anger is just another octave of grief. It is. Yeah, it was shocking. Yeah, I just her mother is the real practitioner. See, that's interesting that you said that, because that's what I got pulled towards, was the mother. Allegedly, Meghan's mother. That's who I got pulled towards. That one. I'm going to say yes. Big yes on dabbles. I do think she does all that ritual stuff. Yes. 100%. Allegedly. What I'm getting is Meghan kind of believes in that and maybe have done some, but doesn't feel like she has time for that. It's almost like she has ADD or something, allegedly. She can't focus. She can't stay still long enough to focus on something like that. She's here, there, and everywhere. Like it's like she's all over the place. But I do get with her mother, yes. Boy, a big yes with the mother. Harry's energy is pretty strong, though. Meghan Markle doesn't follow through on anything. Well, that's what I pick up. I just pick up she is kind of scattered, and she's here, she's there. I'm just getting, she's kind of all over the place. So I get weird and off vibes with her mom. Yeah. As soon as I focused in on her and asked that question, oh my God. Yeah, her mom is very dark. Very dark. Oh my goodness. Did her mother go to prison? Really? Is that what a rumor is? I don't know. That should be a public record. I mean, people should be able to figure that out. I don't know. I'll ask. Harry is a Virgo sun and Taurus moon. Interesting. Well, that Taurus moon is going to make him extremely stubborn. And if he wants to go against something, he's going to go all the way. Meghan is a Leo sun, Libra moon. Yeah, that's pretty opposite. Allegedly 9 years for rugs and tax evasion. No kidding. I don't know. Let's ask. I feel like a yes, but not 9 years. I don't know. I don't know about that. I think maybe she did have legal repercussions. And if she did, it was short. I don't get it was anywhere near 9 years. But I am getting that there was some legal. I do think she had some run-ins with the law for sure. Allegedly. Good thing I'm moving to the UK if California is so dark. Oh, you're moving to the UK? Good for you. Yeah, California is like a cesspool of dark. I would not live there. You couldn't pay me enough to live there. It's too dark. It's just too dark. I would not. Mm-mm. Nope. No California for me. Well, that's exciting if you're moving to the UK. I would love to just visit the UK in 2 weeks. Good for you. Are you moving because of work? That's exciting. I would love to just travel to the UK. I've always been drawn to the UK. I really think in a past life I was probably, lived somewhere in England or London or whatever. I've always had a very strong pull there. So I'm quite sure that at some point, in past lives, I've lived somewhere in the UK because I always want to go there and I feel drawn there. One day I'll get there. Great conversation as always. Thank you, Chris. Yes, I love you guys. Great conversations. And thank you for hanging out with me. This is a lot of fun. I love hanging with you guys every week. I look forward to hanging with you guys. So have a great night. Have a great rest of your weekend. I love you guys. And have a great upcoming week. And I will see you guys next week. Also, the mother's father died in a mysterious accident and she took his house and it has been willed to his wife. Oh, oh my goodness. Well, I'm not surprised because I feel in tremendous darkness on her mother. Tremendous. That's right. Happy holidays. Let's see. You know what? I don't even know. Is it next week? I'm not sure if I'd be on. Let me just look at the calendar. You know what? I'm probably not going to be on next week because it's going to be, Christmas and all of that. So I'm probably going to have to skip. I may do the week after. I don't know. I got to think about it because that's then New Year's, right? So I can't believe it's the holidays already. This is crazy to me. Where did this year go? So you know what, you guys, I'm going to try to come on, but I just don't know when. I don't know if it's going to be next week. It may be the following week. So like maybe the 28th or the 29th, I may do that. Do a New Year prediction show. That would be fun. That would be fun. Next Friday would be before Christmas. Yeah. Great to see you, Kathy. Happy holidays. Yes. So listen, I won't see you guys before Christmas. So Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy. Have a wonderful holidays with your families and loved ones and have a blessed Christmas and enjoy. And yes, we should look at what's in store for 2024. We should. Remind me of that. We'll take a look at, what's coming up for 2024. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all of that good stuff. I love you guys. And I will probably see you, I'm thinking on the 29th, which is 2 days. So it's a couple days before New Year's Eve. So I will probably be on the 29th. It'll be the last time of this year. And then we'll be in a new year. So Merry Christmas. Oh my God, I can't believe it's Christmas already. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I love you guys. Enjoy. Thanks for hanging with me. And I will see you in a couple weeks. Bye, guys.